Laboratory work number 7. Dynamic series, mechanical and analytical modeling of tendency of a feature or statistical population. You can also learn all the theoretical information in your doc file. So let's begin. What have you to do in this lab work? First of all, you have to build the table in the Excel sheet environment. The data smoothing table. The first step is to carry out the data smoothing. How to do it? You have also to build the number of your initial data, year, number, variant. Then you have to build the table in such a way. First of all, you can copy the values x, y, this is the year, and y values. The values according to your variant number. And then you have to do the smoothing data by 3 points. How to do it? The smoothing data by 3 points is done by this formula, by these formulas. The first smoothed value is calculated by this formula. 3 by y1 plus 2y2 plus y3 divided by 6. How to do it? 3 by first value plus 2 by second value plus third value. 3 by first value, 2 by second value, and third value by without any additional actions, divided by 6. And the last value, the last smoothed data, y sub m, is calculated by this formula, but according to the reversed formula. This is the third value from the end, second value from the end, and the last value. Three by the last value, 2 by the second value from the end, and the third value from the end. Every other value is calculated by the average value of the 3 neighbor y values. The average value of the 3 neighbor y values. Then you have to calculate the smoothing by 5 points. How to do it? To calculate the smoothing by 5 points, you have to use these formulas. The first and the last values are the same, so we can just copy the values. We can just copy the values. Копировать, вставить значение. In such a way. Копировать, вставить значение. Копировать, вставить значение. The second value is calculated according to this formula: 4 y1, 3 y2, 2 y3, and y4, divided by 10. 4 y1, 3 y2, 2 y3, and y4. In parentheses, don't forget about parentheses, divided by 10. And the last variable, 4, y last, 3 by the y second from the end, 2 by the value third from the end, and fourth value from the end, divided by 10 as well. It is this formula. All the other smoothed values are calculated at the average value of the 5 neighbor values. The 5 neighbor values. So we have already calculated the smoothed values by 3 and 5 points. What is our next step? Our next step is to build the graph of the smoothed data. But first of all, you have to select data. You have to select your data and build the diagram. You have to select your data and build diagram. Not histogram, but the graph. Just for example, this is final version, this is example. You can make up formatting of your graph, add add headings of the axis. I'll not pay attention now on it. What is principal moment? What is principal moment? You have to transform the graph of your initial value from the line dotted to dots. How to do it? You have to select this graph and change the type diagram of this curve. Изменить тип диаграммы для ряда. Выбираю select точечную. OK. And we have the dotted graph of our initial data and the curve dotted line for our smooth data. And then you have to make up formatting of the graph, add year, add number, headings of the axis, move the legend, etc. In the same way, you have to build the graph of your smooth data by 5 points. The next our step is to build the graph of the initial data and add trend line. You have to show the approximation value and the equation. How to do it? Добавить линию тренда. We select linear. We have to turn on the checkboxes R square and show the equation. Okay, so we have the trend line and we have the equation and approximation value. Then you have to calculate the Fisher criterion to estimate the adequacy of your trend line. To calculate the Fisher criterion, you have to use this formula. To use this formula, you have to No,